US visa interview. Even hearing its name is stressful, but what if you didn't need to do the interview at all? Is it even possible? How to do it? I'm Max from the Visa Library, and I want to tell you all about US visa interview waivers. Like, subscribe, and let's go. What is a US visa interview waiver? A waiver lets some applicants skip the in-person interview at a US embassy or consulate. You can use it to speed up the process and cut down waiting time. Usually, it applies to people renewing their visa or applying for certain types of visas. But who is truly eligible for a US visa interview waiver? Let's see. Number one, applicants under 14 or over 79 are often exempt from an interview entirely. This is a general rule for most visa types. Number two, applicants with previous visa refusal are usually not eligible for the interview waiver. However, this can vary by case, so do your research. Number three, if you're applying for a new visa category, for example, changing from a tourist visa to a work visa, you will not be eligible for a waiver. I'm sorry. But if you're renewing a visa in the same category like B1 or B2, H1B, F or M or J, you may qualify for the waiver. Your previous visa should have expired within the last 48 months. Don't forget that you must still meet other conditions such as no prior visa refusals or no criminal or security concerns. Number four, some countries have special agreements with the US, which means many applicants from these countries can qualify for the waiver. For example, countries with low visa refusal rates or strong ties to the US might have more relaxed interview waiver policies. Number five, if there are security concerns, applicants may still need to attend an in-person interview. Number six, in some cases, the visa type may limit your eligibility. For instance, applicants with J1 visas in certain categories may qualify for the waiver if they meet specific conditions. Another example is H2A and H2B visas. Applicants can be eligible if they are renewing their visas within the same visa category. But we are not finished. Let me tell you some updates that happened over the years. In December 2021, the US expanded the visa interview waiver for H1B, H3, L1, O1, P1, and Q1 visas if applicants are renewing within 48 months of visa expiration. Good for you. Due to COVID-19, the US temporarily extended the eligibility period for visa renewals from 12 months to 48 months. The policy was set to end, December 31st, 2023, but it's worth checking for current updates. And finally, even if applicants meet all the eligibility criteria, consular officers have the right to request an in-person interview if additional security checks or clarifications are needed. All right, moving on. How to get the US visa interview waiver? Now, it is time for you to confirm your eligibility and get that interview waiver. Let's do it. Step one. Visit the US Embassy or Consulate website. Each US Embassy or Consulate has its own process for determining eligibility. You need to go to the US Embassy website for your country. This is where you'll find the most up-to-date rules for interview waivers. Look for a section on Visa Interview Waiver or V-Waiver or Interview Waiver Program. Most embassies have an online tool or instructions for checking whether you qualify for the waiver. If the embassy's system confirms that you're eligible, you'll move on to the next step. If not, you need to schedule an interview instead. Alright? Step 2. Complete the DS-160 form. If you're eligible for the V-Waiver, you'll need to fill out the DS-160 form. It's simple. Go to the Consular Electronic Application Center or CEAC and complete the form and submit it online. When you're doing it, you'll need to answer questions about your visa history, eligibility, and the purpose of your trip. The US Embassy website will check your responses against their eligibility criteria for the Interview Waiver program. If you meet the conditions, you'll be informed of your eligibility. Don't forget to print out the confirmation page with its barcode once you've submitted the DS-164. You'll need this confirmation page for next steps. You'll typically know if you're eligible for the Interview Waiver immediately after submitting your DS-160 form and scheduling your visa appointments. If eligible, the system will confirm this and guide you on the next steps, for example, document submission. The system may also allow you to schedule an appointment to drop off your documents or mail them to the embassy or consulate. But if not eligible, you'll be asked to schedule an in-person interview right away. Step 3. Pay the visa fee. Even if you're applying for a V-waiver, you'll still need to pay the visa application fee, which varies by the visa type. Depending on your embassy, you may need to pay the fee online or at an authorized payment center. Remember, once you've paid, keep the receipt. This is necessary for submitting your documents later. Step 4. Gather your documents. Even though you don't need an interview, you still need to submit your documents to the embassy or consulate. Documents include: number 1, your passport, which should be valid for at least 6 months beyond your planned stay in the US. Number 2, your DS-160 confirmation page print with its barcode. Number 3, your visa fee receipts. Number 4, passport style photos that meet the US visa photo requirements. And number 5, additional documents depending on your visa category, like proof of enrollment for student visas, proof of employment for work visas, and invitation letter or itinerary for tourist visas. Step 5. Drop off documents or submit online. After you gather all your documents, the next step depends on the embassy's process. Now, some embassies ask for you to drop off your documents at a visa application center or VAC. But in some cases, you may be asked to mail your documents to the embassy or consulate directly. Once your documents are submitted, the embassy or consulate will review them. If there are no issues, they will move forward with processing your visa. Other steps are like other visas. After you submit your documents, you'll need to wait for your visa to be processed, and since you don't have to attend an interview, this process can be faster than usual. Just be ready if the embassy requests more information, or they may ask for an in-person interview if they need further details. If your visa is approved, the embassy will return your passport with a visa stamp on it. You get the passport by mail or in person depending on your country's process. Now that you have your visa, you're ready to travel to the US. Make sure you keep your passport, visa, and other required documents ready while traveling. And that was it. Hope this video was useful. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. If you need guidance, use our free consultation service or contact our social media accounts. Links are in the description. And thank you all for watching.